So a listener asked me recently on LinkedIn, they said, how do you know who's listening to your podcast? And today I'm going to show you how to name your real listeners, figure out who these people are based on intent signals that they're sending you, and how to turn those names into booked calls. So welcome to It's Not Just Talking. This is where we help business leaders increase their reach, create meaningful relationships, and land more clients. I'm your executive producer, Vince Quinn, alongside my business partner and engineer, Taylor Credatus, where we recently helped a founder re-sign a client, not even just from getting them on the show, just inviting them to the show, turned that into a new client for them. So that's what it's all about. And we're going to help you build that kind of foundation right here and right now. So let's talk about some of the main issues that you might be dealing with currently, which is you're publishing weekly and what you see is a download number. Now, download numbers suck, frankly. They're useless. They're very frustrating because you see this number and you have no idea who anybody is. Hey, 25 people listen to your show, which as a founder of small business especially, that's a good number. That's a valuable number. You have no idea who these people are. So that's a gap. You need to contact these people. You want to make sure that it's the right kind of people, or whether it's, for you of who you envisioned listening, or on the same side of being proven wrong, that who you thought was listening and who this would resonate with is not the kind of people that you thought it would be. So you need that information. It's really important. So how do you get your information in a place? How do you go processing these kinds of numbers, these download numbers, for example, to figure out who your audience is? So here's the good news, okay? It's not just about listeners, it's about your total audience. Because if you're using the podcast properly, this should be touching so many different parts of your business. This isn't just Apple, Spotify, iHeart, like all the major places where a show can get distributed. YouTube, it's not just those places. This should be fueling your newsletter. This should be fueling posts that you're putting out on LinkedIn or Instagram or X or Threads or wherever you're putting your stuff out. This should be a part of it. So it's a total audience. You can see very quickly if clips from your show are on LinkedIn and people are liking those, that is an audience for you. If they're viewing it as a YouTube short and commenting on it, that is audience for you for the show. People are just consuming it in a different way. So how do we measure all of these people? And how do we make it easy to understand who they are and how to get in touch with them? So let's do the first thing. Get a three-step process here: look, label, and loop. So let's talk about look. And what you want to do is go through the channels that you currently have. So where are you promoting your business? Where are you promoting this content outside of the podcast itself? And let's go check out who those people are as best you can. LinkedIn being a popular platform, we spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. Frankly, that's our number one social platform. That's what we look at first and foremost. So we want to figure out who's liking things, who's commenting on things, who's sending us a DM. I mean, anything related to the show for content that we put out, those people are engaging with it. So that is our audience. And we want to be mindful of that. But we're going to look at those things. Who are these people? What are their roles? Are they in our system? We'll talk more about that a little bit later, but that's what we want to see. Who's engaging with us on social, comments, reactions, DMs, whatever it might be. Another thing is going to be our newsletter. That's a major thing for us. It's a major thing for a lot of different businesses. You want people on the newsletter. And for a podcast, that's a really natural step. So you might have a newsletter already. This is a great tool for figuring out who's listening to your show, because these people, ideally, they're listening to the show, they're engaging with it, and you have this additional call to action. This is the next step, right? They engage with you through the podcast. They're getting all this value. They're really thrilled about that. They want more. So now here's the newsletter. Let me engage you in a new way. And they sign up for that. Well, now you have a name and you have email addresses. So go look these people up, right? It's the same thing. Go find them. Who are they? What kind of jobs do they have? What kind of industries do they work in? Are they, for us, are they a founder, or are they somebody that works at a company and they're an employee. Like these are important distinctions and they're things that we want to know. So who is your buyer? Who is your audience? Go sort that out through the newsletter and encourage people to join the newsletter. And then beyond that, I mean, think about other things that you're doing in your ecosystem. Are people who's on your prospect calls? That's your audience, right? One way or another, these people found you and they are interested in you and they want to work with you. Like that is the end goal. So, who are the kind of people that that is resonating with? Because clearly, something that you have, that you've posted, that you've shared, that you presented is connecting with them. And they said, this is good enough for me to place a call. People don't just do that willy-nilly, right? They take the time, they go to all these different sites, they're shopping around, they want to feel confident, they're going to check you out on social, odds are. And so when they see that and then go and click call, that's audience. Like you've built some level of trust where they want to talk to you. So think about that. So that's the idea. Step one here in this framework. It's look at all of your places, all of the different channels that you're marketing on, and just see who's there, who's engaging, who's following, like put that all together and get a general idea. Now, step number two is label. And what we want to do is get these people formally into the ecosystem, which is to say, if you don't have a CRM, I highly, 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 highly recommend getting a CRM. See how I went high there? Anyway, so get a CRM because it's going to make your life easier and you want people to be categorized. And this is going to allow you down the line to have advanced labeling and categorization and workflows. A couple episodes we talked with Rich Young about these different kinds of drip campaigns with email. A CRM allows you to do that. So that's what it's about on the long term. But for now, what you want to think about is how do I get these people to get their information if you're not getting it currently? So again, newsletters, really valuable. If it's a spreadsheet that you have to do in the meantime, fine, get them on the spreadsheet. But you want them in your system. So newsletter signups, lead magnets are a really important thing for this. Something that I've seen a lot and I'm going to start implement ourselves. I've actually switched the calendar and I just need to get the links live. But it's going to be when people sign up to book a call with me, then there's going to be them, it's going to be filtered through my CRM. And it's also going to give them a chance to sign up for the newsletter when they book that call. Even if it's just a casual 30-minute get to know you, they have the option to click that button and say yes, which means now I've got more people that are engaging with my content that have volunteered to do so. I know who they are. I have their information. And it's going to be easier for me to understand, is this working or not? If those people, because it's not just getting people in the system, but it's also who stays. So if people are unsubscribing a lot after they join, and they tend to, as I'm looking through all of this data, trend a certain way, it's a certain kind of person or industry or whatever that's leaving, then I also haven't done a good job of serving those people. But again, that's why it's so important to look to see who's out there, label, and find ways to get them into your system. And then step three is loop, which is really more of the feedback loop, right? You want to improve this process. And I understand you might be hearing all of this and going like, I don't have a CRM. I don't have all these systems in place. I don't have a newsletter. I don't have different ways to gather people's information. Well, that's okay. Do your best for now with what you have. All of this is incremental progress, right? We have a million things that we have to do. So when you're thinking about all the different systems that you need, just what is a small thing that you can do now to make that system better? What are ways that you can invite people in and build a stronger connection and paint a clearer picture? That's all this is. You are continually trying to figure out in a better, more efficient way who is engaged with your stuff. It's really that simple. So again, it's not download numbers. You're not limiting it to just that. It's not views necessarily on a single video. It's who is sticking around, who is commenting, who is engaging, who is coming back. Like, and as you look through these things, if you go back through, for example, with our CRM, maybe I'll go back 10 emails that I've sent out because I do it weekly. And I want to see with that who's clicked on buttons, for example, to book a call and maybe they didn't do it. Okay, but I know who those people are, and that's an important thing, right? There's different issues for why didn't they book. That's a problem to solve, but I know that they clicked, I know who they are, and I know that they were interested in potentially booking that call. Like that's a valuable thing. So that's progress. And that's what you want to do for yourself. So think about ways to improve this process as you go through it. Think of easy wins based on what you naturally do already that doesn't require a lot of work, and implement that into your system. And if you're updating this, say, every 90 days, you're taking the time to do stock of what your audience is, how it's going, and with that, how you can improve the information, then you're doing some good work. You're doing some good work. So that's what this is all about. Now, what we're going to do is in just a minute, I'm going to give you a full example of how we are doing this ourselves for a new campaign that we're about to run and how you can do it too. So, more information right after this. If you're looking for more ways to grow your business through podcasting, sign up for the SBX newsletter. The link is right here in the show notes. And each week in your inbox, you're going to get tips, opinions, strategies, all the things that we talk about here on the show in your inbox. The SBX newsletter right here in the show notes. So we've talked about look, label, and loop. And now I want to give you a full idea of what this can look like within your business. So here's the basic idea is Taylor and I are working on a brand new offer that we are yet to announce. We will not tell you yet what it is. It's a surprise offer, but we're working on this for a very specific group of people. And so in order for us to figure out what this offer was going to be and who we are going to send it to, we had to go through our audience to do that. So what we've done is we've collected and we have a mix in this case because we were improving our systems of a spreadsheet and people in our CRM. And we understand who these people are, the kind of business they have. We've graded them to some degree of the lead quality for the people that have truly stood out for that offer. We've identified them and said, hey, we think these are good targets for early people for this offer. And we are going to systematically go after these people. It's connecting with, I say go after like it's a really aggressive thing. We're going to chase them out of town. No, we're going to, the whole thing that we're going to do here is we are going to make sure that we message all of those people. We know they are the right fit based on the information that we have and what we want this offer to do. We now can say, okay, here's everybody that we want to ask about this offer. So as we go to market, we now have the idea of, okay, here's 10 people, here's 20 people, here's 30 people that we're going to reach out to see if they're into this. Because it's a targeted campaign, right? Not everything you do is built for everybody. These things are specific. And for the new system that we're rolling out and really where the company's moving, everything is getting more specific. And so we don't want to message everybody with this. It's unuseful. If anything, it kind of makes us look silly to message everybody with this offer because it's not for everybody. This is not a universal thing. And to send people that are in our system an offer that doesn't apply to them doesn't make it feel like we know who they are or what they want. That's moving them a step backwards. It's moving the relationship backwards. We don't want that. So what are we doing? We are looking through our system. We are looking and finding the people that we have now labeled that are good fits for this. We will reiterate on this process as we've done it, knowing what this offer is, the kind of information that we're looking for, and we're going to go and execute this program. So that's all coming up for us. But that's the idea. And how can you improve this information? For example, for us, that could be surveys to people that are already signed up in our ecosystem in the CRM. Hey, we appreciate you being here. We have a few questions that'll just make it easier for us to help you with your specific needs. So can you fill out this 3-question survey? It takes 1 minute. We'd be very appreciative. And the fact that people even engage with that survey and answer it is a sign that we're doing well and we're getting the right kinds of people. You know what I mean? You can see how that level of engagement is, we've built trust. They want to give us more and they are willing to take the time out of their day to give us that information. So these are the kinds of things you want to think about. And I guess to kind of summarize is, what is a major offer that you have that you're really looking to emphasize right now? How can you then look for these people and label these people so that you know who the people are that are the ideal fit in your audience from all of these different places that you've derived the signal of, hey, they are interested in who you are. And then how can you improve on this process so when you make your next push for that same service, you're doing it again in, 3 weeks, a month, 3 months, a year, whenever you're going to do this, you have better information next time around. How can you put those processes in place? So that's what it's all about. So I hope you've got a clear idea now of the ways that you can do this. And again, don't feel like you have to change the world in a day. That kind of thing is going to drive you crazy. It has driven me crazy. I'm a perfectionist. It drives me nuts. And I've had to let it go and understand that you can only do so much at a time. So think of a small thing as Taylor smiles very wide on that one, and rightfully so. So that is everything. And if you want to learn more about how to do this yourself, have questions for us about, hey, how can I start labeling and looking and doing this the right way? That's what a Compass call is for. Go to freepodcasthelp.com and you're going to get a chance to talk down for 30 minutes with us. We're going to go through everything related to your show to solve this problem. We want your business to have more clients. We want you to feel more confident in the content that you're making and the value it provides. So freepodcasthelp.com. Let's get that 30-minute call and we will get you on your way. So thank you for listening to the show. I'm Vince Quinn. Taylor Credad is producing. We'll talk to you soon.